Hey, so it's Robert Shaw here, and I just want to address this because this is one of the main issues with people in entrepreneurship. They don't understand how important networking is. So, in a second, we're just going to get over to my computer and I'm going to break everything down, and I'm going to tell you why networking is so important for your entrepreneurship journey. So, let's get into it, right? First, why is networking important? It saves you time and money from learning from others. So what this means is you will be able to learn from other people's experiences without having to use your own time to have these experiences. So if someone was in real estate for 10 years, right? And I'm just starting in real estate and I'm like, "Hey, you know, let's make a connection. We have a connection, right?" And I'm like, "Hey man, I'm struggling getting this one contract together. Can you show me how I do this? It's really frustrating." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I did that 1,000 times. Here you go." That is way different than just watching a YouTube video or just taking a course or whatever it is, because having that personal experience, that personal connection where you can be like, "Hey, oh, I have a problem with this other thing too. This didn't work when you told me to do this. What do you think?" Oh, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I believe they changed the system with the contracts. You can do this now, and I think that works now because that's something my buddy up from Ohio just told me how they changed it, and this is how you do it now. Then it works." With a course, it might be outdated. With a book, it might be outdated. But a person with knowledge and experience can tell you, especially a person with more connections, other than just you, can tell you so much and give you so much information. Of course, it's going to save you time and money, because you won't have to spend the time and money to get access to this knowledge. And I'm just going to tell you what I said right here. Experience is one of the best ways to learn, but the worst thing about it is it takes a lot of time to get experience, enough to make things work. Of course, we have things like courses and books and YouTube videos, but having a friend that has knowledge and can help you one-on-one will change a lot of things for you. Next, we have growth with others, right? So when you begin to network and make connections with people who are in entrepreneurship, you start to see work ethics and strategies of other entrepreneurs, and this good influence will cause you to pick up better work habits, start to take things more seriously, and think bigger. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys this, right? I have a couple of friends in my community, right? And they were thinking a little bit small with their dreams. They're like, "I want to be a millionaire." I'm like, "When do you want to be a millionaire?" "Oh, I don't really know. I just want to be a millionaire." "Okay, get more specific. What do you want out of life? Do you want $1 million home, a $10 million home? Do you want $10 million worth of cars? What do you want?" "You want $10 million worth of cars, a $20 million house." That means you need to, be a person who's like $100 million net worth, right? You need to make a lot of money to get there. Now you need to pick a business that's going to get you there. And that type of experience for me, and my knowledge, and them networking with me now open up their mindset. They're like, "Oh snap, let me make sure I figure out when I'm going to become a millionaire, how I'm going to do it. Then I need to figure out what I want and how to get there." And that really is, it helps a lot to be around people with bigger mindsets and just the same mindset in general, right? So next, you have current and future business opportunities, right? When you network with tons of entrepreneurs, business opportunities are bound to come out of thin air. When networking with these different people, you find that they all have different ideas and ways of doing business and different business models. And when you make connections with these people, starting new ventures and collaborating comes into play, right? So if you're making connections with people who are doing real estate wholesaling or this or that, right? I can actually tell you this, right? I have a friend named Noah who I met in the community, and I also know someone else, right? So Noah and this other person, they came together and they're like, "We're both doing real estate wholesaling. In the future, let's go ahead and do some real estate deals together. Let's actually get our first rental property together. Let's go in on it." And that came because they were networking with each other and they made that connection with somebody who were in the same business model and interested in the same things. That's why it's so important. And now they're going to have that real estate deal, which is way better and way easier for them because there's two people involved, right? So next, We have friends who understand your grind, right? So, have you ever had a friend who didn't understand why you work so hard or miss out on events or spend so much time on your goals and dreams? I know I have, and it's not a good feeling. But having connections and making friends with people with the same mindset and similar goals to you hits different. When you're reading up on a new book and you're working in a business, these newly acquired friends will applaud you instead of calling you lame or pressuring you to go out and have fun and enjoy now instead of investing your time in the future, right? So good influences are so important, but having people who are really going to push you forward and advocate for your bettering is the best for your life. If you're around people who are constantly trying to go out and party, trying to go out and do this, go out and do that, go out and do all these different things in their life that is not productive for their future, why would you want to associate with these people? Now, when you network and make connections with people who have the same mindset with you, that's when things change. Now you see these people, they're like, man, I just read this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. You have to check it out, man. It's amazing. I read 48 Laws of Power, man. You got to check it out. It's amazing. Oh, you're working on your business, bro? Keep grinding, bro. That's what's up. And that little change makes a very big difference because we all heard of peer pressure, and it's very true. When people pressure you, you're more likely to do something. But if you're strong in yourself, in your goals, your ethics and whatnot, of course you're not gonna budge. But also at the same time, it does take a huge effect on where you're going. So with all that being said, I just broke down for you guys why networking is so important. So if you guys want to just go ahead and network, as in hitting up people you know who are successful, just sending emails, DMs. You want to go out and knock on doors and start making connections with different people. You want to go ahead and ask your mom or whoever it is, ask your landlord, see if you can make connections with people like that who are in business, who you know are in business. Say you have a family member who owns a business, you can network with them too. And it's a little bit harder to do these things, but you can also join the networking community Money Mindset with the button below and just check it out and start networking with entrepreneurs from all over the world. It's networking made simple. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning into the video. Peace.